We all use language in our daily lives, but we never take time to actually look at the meaning and look at the definition behind it. But according to research, language is the human ability to acquire and use complex systems of communication, and a language is any specific example of such a system. The scientific study of language is called linguistics, and this documentary will be focusing a lot on persuasive language, which is an aspect of linguistics. So let's take a look at the first interview and see what they think the meaning of language is.
Language is a beautiful thing. It's our way of transmitting stories, ideas, and emotions. It can be a door and open the world to endless possibility and adventure, or a brick wall and seclude you from society. Um, it's every culture's way of interacting. Just think about how different the world would be if we all learned one more language. Think of all the things we'd share, all the happiness, all the laughter, all the tears we'd create. Without language, we'd be nothing.
Yeah, there's definitely been times where a child younger than me, or just anybody younger than me, has communicated with me. I'd say it isn't really the words that they use, but more the way that they say it. And so, like, a child can say something very simple, like a very simple statement that has a very profound effect on me. I think more like the fact that they haven't been like affected by like, the pressures and norms of society allows them to like speak with a way that has a lot of genuineness to them. And so I guess for that reason, I'd say that children younger than me or someone younger than me, they have the power to speak with a way that's a lot more persuasive than someone older.
Not only is persuasive language used for purposes of communication, but it is also used in writing as an alternative for speech, and more importantly, as a form of communicating significant meanings. This is mainly in writing because the whole point of writing, especially in school, is to persuade someone over claims. Now, let's see what the next interview has to say about persuasive language.
In general, I believe that older people use persuasive language more than I do. Uh, for example, you have teachers who, in general, are older than me, and their main goal is to persuade you into thinking differently about things or how to look at things a new way. Another group of people would be your parents, who have to be older than you, and their role is to persuade you into thinking correctly about things and growing up the right way. So, in general, I do think that older people use persuasive language.
Research shows that the media uses persuasive language as a technique of communicating with the mass. It is a great way to persuade people of the news or the arguments that are being portrayed on TV or on social media or in newspapers. So let's see what the next interviewer has to say about mass communication and the relationship with persuasive language.
I believe that the media uses persuasive language to communicate with the mass. Um, every like source of media has its own personal bias that it would like its audience to agree with and identify with. And in order for that audience to like identify with the media source's viewpoint, they have to use persuasive language. Without that persuasive language, the audience obviously would not be convinced of a media source's bias or viewpoint on a subject or just on society in general.